Hi Scorpio, welcome. We're just starting with a quick oracle card pull today, and then we'll jump into your reading. We're just getting right into it. I'm looking to do a healing reading today, and this has gone very well so far for all of my other signs, so I hope it goes well for you as well. I've been really motivated to use these cards that have been sitting on my shelf for a very long time. I wanted to do something that felt healing, like I felt a real need for putting healing energy, positive vibes out there as we're closing the year. Maybe it's in hope that as you're maybe slowing down at the end of the year, some of you can receive an uplifting, encouraging, healing message that is something that you can kind of incorporate during hopefully a slower period of year for you while you unwind and get prepared for the new year. I'm going to pair this oracle card with a reading using the Good Tarot deck. Both are very positive, loving, encouraging messages. Lots of angels in all of these decks, and that's really what I wanted to bring in. A lot of divine angel energy. So the oracle card that we received while I'm shuffling for you here today, Scorpio, is the Accept Heaven's Help. It's saying that you've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. I absolutely love this card. This is a card I've received many times in my life during periods of difficulty. So we'll get a few cards for you to see what's going on for you. Like I said, I'm looking for healing energies, but it doesn't mean that you're in a period where you're having everything going swimmingly. I mean, this doesn't mean that you're not having challenges. Life has challenges, and often if we're trying to heal from something, that means that there's a challenge there to be healed from. Okay. I just need a couple more cards for you, Scorpio. We've got a 9 of what? Oh, we've got way too many here. Get these. I'll take these. Oh, I love this. Okay, Scorpio, we've got a great outcome here. If you're willing to free yourself, let go, and accept heaven's help, which is a difficult thing to do. It's certainly difficult for me to do. I have a hard time letting go of control and logic and wanting to plan for the future and forcing the future to happen. I really need to lean on my faith and spiritual side to remind me that we're not in control in this life, and sometimes you just need to let go. I feel like this card is giving you that same message. You need to let go the way that this person is letting go, this mermaid really is letting go of these birds. That is life for you, and that's whatever your current circumstance is right now. This is really asking you to lean into kind of letting go and letting God, right, is that saying, but it's really asking you to go ahead and lean into the support that the universe and the divine can offer you right now. That might be your best approach. Let's dig in and see what the challenge is that you're facing that you need to kind of let go of and get some encouragement and support on. So we're starting here with the 9 of Fire in reverse. 9 of Fire is a card that is, you've worked really, really hard on something and you need a rest from it, but you're still very, very focused on this situation. This is a current challenge for you at this point in time. I'm going to show you the card upside down, which is how it appeared in reverse. And you can see that this person, if you look at it upright, is really focused on these stars. And I feel this is you right now. You've put a lot of energy into something, and you should be in a period where maybe you're pulling back. A personal challenge for you might be that you're not pulling back from a situation, you're really a little bit too focused on something here. Maybe you're having a hard time transitioning out of one season of life and moving into another, or transitioning out of maybe a heavy period of work or some sort of challenge. I feel like you're having maybe a difficult time transitioning away from that period. That was a really heavy burden, a lot of work for you, and that I think might be part of the equation here today. We also have this Two of Earth, which is kind of a juggling energy. And what's happening here is there's some sort of juggling that you're doing in a relationship situation. So we definitely have maybe here what I was kind of picking up on. Maybe you're really involved in business in some way, have been putting a lot of time and energy into, maybe you're an entrepreneur and you've been putting a lot of time and energy into your work and you're having a hard time slowing down, but there's something in your life that's really tugging on you and it's causing you to feel like you're doing a lot of juggling. I don't know if you're juggling well or not right now. What these cards are telling me is that there is a challenge here in this personal situation and your relationships. So your relationships are starting to feel the strain of that juggling, and that's something that you need to be aware of if you're not already aware of it. I'm guessing it's a little hidden from you because you're so focused here, and that might be just kind of asking you to pick your head up a little bit and pay attention to it. We also have here the Four of Air. The Four of Air is really what's holding you back is a need for rest. I do feel like you're burned out a little bit here. This is all coming together like seamlessly, this story. Yeah. What's holding you back is you're not rested enough, and maybe you feel like you're holding it all together, but you are kind of driving down the road and you feel like the car is still moving forward, and so everything's okay because the wheels are still spinning and the car is still moving in the appropriate direction. But everyone around you is watching your car and they're seeing the hubcaps shaking and the wheels shaking, and it looks like maybe one of the wheels is about to come off of that car. And is that smoke coming out of the back of the car? Like, it's that kind of situation where other people around you are seeing this. What's motivating you is actually making a decision or a choice. So there may be some component of you that really does know what's happening here. I would like to know more about this because you're motivated by making a decision, some type of decision. Can I get some more clarification on the Two of Air, please? Knight of Wands in reverse. Any more clarification? Any more clarification on the Two of Air? We've got a bunch of cards here. Okay, Queen of Pentacles came out. Knight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse here. Definitely not wanting to... Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. What are your choices? I think that what's motivating you is you feel like if you're continuing to burn through this period where even though you may feel that the wheels are coming off, you feel like you're functioning well enough for you to get to the finish line. And you don't care what other people are seeing or what they think. You just want to cross that finish line because you think when you get to the finish line, you'll be able to then settle and make the choice to calm this energy where you feel like you're juggling. You're going to be able to make the decision to either stop working so hard, stop moving so forward in the same fashion. I do think that you believe when you cross the finish line, you're going to be able to choose to relax and calm down. You think that you're going to be in this Queen of Pentacles energy. That's really what's motivating you right now, is achieving this. You're driven to achieve this goal, to hit this milestone. And you think that when you get here, you're going to be able to rest. And the choice that you're making isn't picking between two things. You're choosing that the choice that you're making is, how do I explain this? That you think that you're in control of this situation. And so you're on path A right now, which is a difficult path, and you know it's difficult, but you think if you make it across the finish line, you'll be able to stop juggling. You'll be able to stop focusing on all of that hard work and pentacles and all of this energy that's in these cards in reverse. You'll be able to put them down and rest, because you will finally be at the Queen of Pentacles. That's what you think that's what's motivating you. It's not a choice. It's a decision that you've made. You've made this decision that you think this is the path and this is how it's going to go, and you're not going to rest until you get here. Okay, so this is definitely a challenge. This is the message. This is the lesson. This is how you need to accept heaven's help, because let me tell you something. I hope I don't lose you, Scorpio. You are not in control. I already talked about this when we were looking at this card, and this is really speaking about you feeling like you're in control. What's going to happen here is you're never going to feel like you are Queen of Pentacles if this is the path that you're on. You're never going to feel fulfilled. You're never going to stop working. It's never going to feel like enough. And I'm going to tell you, part of the reason why is because this activity and this energy is actually the thing that's keeping you from Queen of Pentacles. And you think it's the thing that's getting you to Queen of Pentacles. How we know that is up here. We have the 10 of Air in reverse. This is kind of like your 10 of Swords card. This is a card where you come to a completion or an ending of a period that probably kind of sucked a little bit. But we've got this in reverse, and it's in an area where you feel supported, which means you're going to keep chugging along on this difficult path, thinking that you're going to stop when you get here, not realizing even you may get here, actually, this version of the Queen of Pentacles that you have today. If you were to write down exactly what the Queen of Pentacles is for you today, in a year from now, that bar has moved, I promise, which is why you never become the Queen of Pentacles, because who the Queen of Pentacles is always going to be 10 steps ahead of you, because you're in this energy of, I can do it all. I'm juggling until the wheels fall off. It doesn't matter. I'm going to keep working and working and working, and one day I'll be able to rest and pay attention to life and look up at the stars and slow down. But right now I can't. And that's these energies. So in this energy, you keep raising the bar. You keep moving really, really, really fast. You're working really, really hard. I'm asking you, if you don't believe me, write down what your goal is, what you think the Queen of Pentacles is. Put it in an envelope and set a reminder for yourself in your phone. Go then in 1 year. Write it down again. Write down what you think the Queen of Pentacles is to you in 1 year. And then open that envelope and tell me that bar hasn't moved. I'm telling you. It's a long-term ask. Probably no one's going to do it. But I promise you, if you do that exercise, you'll see what I mean. That's the whole point of this entire reading. That's the whole point of that's the lesson here. That's the healing advice for you, is that you're not in control. And even when you are taking care of all the details, playing the game of whack-a-mole, minding all the details, doing all the things you need to do to get to a place where you feel settled and accomplished and finally achieved, and there, in that energy, you're changing in a way that you don't even recognize. It's not recognizable to you because you're not taking the time to pause. And you'll not hit the end of that Ten of Swords period where you feel like you're just constantly working so hard. I mean, I know Ten of Wands is kind of that work hard energy, but in this, the Ten of Swords is coming to the end of a difficult period, as well as coming to the end of a difficult cycle. And this will remain a difficult cycle where you don't feel truly supported. Maybe your support won't be there for you anymore if you're not focusing on balance in your life. And so you don't ever want to get there. And so what we want to do in this reading and in this advice and support that, the universe and divine is providing for you is kind of a bit of a wake-up call to slow down. We have the Six of Earth here in reverse, and that's really about the decision that you're having to make. You're having to make this decision to slow down, so that you're not in a period where you're not feeling generous with your time, you're not feeling generous with your energy, you're not feeling generous with your finances, because you're always trying to climb this mountain, and it seems like the mountain keeps growing, the peak keeps getting higher. The ultimate outcome in this situation I see for you is Four of Fire, which is generally a good card, but it's a commitment card. And in another type of reading, this would be, the fulfillment of, a romantic wish or goal, achieving some level of success, finally getting married, something of that nature. In this reading, this commitment card is saying, until you commit, the ultimate outcome here is about committing to yourself. So if you heed the advice here in these cards, you're going to achieve an incredible level of success. You're going to have this commitment to yourself that is so empowering, it becomes a gift. And in order to do that, you need to let go of the reins a little bit and trust the universe to be helping you. And I'm not saying ignore your responsibilities, that sort of thing, but there is an avenue for you if you take the time to pause for a moment. There's an avenue for you to pause, to engage with other people in your life, to delegate in some way, to remind yourself what the actual goal is today, and to hold yourself to this goal tomorrow, right? And free yourself from the burdens that you are putting on yourself, right? There are going to be real life burdens that exist for you. But if you don't pick your head up and take the time to focus on you, commit to you, you're always going to be out running on that hamster wheel, and you're never going to feel like you get off. And I feel like you're early enough in this process based on the energies here. We don't have anything major. This is all really fast moving, temporary energy. And so I think part of the reason this message is coming to you is maybe you're young enough or you're new enough to this role, this position, this project that's consuming you and taking up so much of your time, that the hope is that you hear this message and implement some new things into your life to create balance so that you can turn some of these upright and eliminate some of these blockages for yourself, so that you can achieve all of this while also feeling very fulfilled in your life, which is really what you want. Okay, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for watching this reading today. If it resonated with you in some way, if you want to see a future reading, I would appreciate a like or subscribe.